Ah, wintertime in Michigan. A majestic snow falling upon the ground. This year, it came a little early. Not even quite the middle of November yet. But with the winter comes the travel. And unless you plan on walking through 5 feet of snow uphill both ways, or unless you have the availability of a snowmobile to get to and from town, we're eventually going to have to get in a vehicle and drive down these treacherous roads covered by the white, majestic snow. But there's a right way and a wrong way to travel on Michigan's winter roads. Sometimes it can be testing, sometimes it may take a little bit longer, but we will get to where we need to be. Where is that butthole going in such a hurry? Ugh. Well, here we go again. Winter 2019 has arrived. It has arrived early and it has arrived with a vengeance. So I think this would be a pretty good opportunity for a PSA on the do's and don'ts of winter survival. I cannot understand for the life of me why people start freaking out every time snow falls. It happens every single time. Around the end of the year going into the beginning of the following year. It's no different. It happened last year, it happened the year before that, and it happened the year before that. And here's a spoiler, it probably will happen again next year. So here's some tips from me to you on how you can beat the freezing cold weather and the plummeting temperatures. The first thing that I would do is put the damn shorts away and invest in some long pants. I will never understand why people will stand outside wearing shorts, freezing their asses off in sub-zero temperatures for what? Oh, I need to look cool. You look real cold is what you look like. And since we're along those lines, why don't you go ahead and invest in some warm socks, some decent boots, some gloves, a hat. Oh, but the hats that they have out there, they don't make me look cool. Really? Fortunately, some of those upscale designers went ahead and made some cool hats that you will pay 3 times the amount of money for something that you can get at the department store downtown for a fraction of the price. Here's another little piece of advice for you. Keep some blankets in your vehicle. Make sure you have a scraper. You know, it's that tool that you use that was made and designed to remove the snow off your vehicle before you get on the road. Because nobody likes to travel behind a moving blizzard. And since we're on the subject of driving in winter weather, let's discuss a couple of things. The first thing is, you don't need to be going 95 miles an hour down the expressway when you can't see what lane that you're in. That puts your life at risk and it puts my life at risk. Because wherever it is that you think that you have to be at in such a hurry isn't worth my life, your life, or somebody else's. Don't give me the BS about I got the 4-wheel drive, I got a big jacked up truck where the sunroof touches the moon. That does not matter on ice. Because you can have the biggest vehicle and you can have all the wheel drives that you want. The fact of the matter is, it will not stop on ice. And you probably want to give yourself a little bit more room in between vehicles. You don't know if that person in front of you that you're getting all bent out of shape about is an 85-year-old man trying to get home to his wife. You don't know if it's a first-time driver who is experiencing their first Michigan winter on the road. You don't know that. Because at some point, you either have been there or that you will be there eventually. It's very simple. Slow down. If you're worried about getting to your destination by a designated time, perhaps you should take the initiative and leave a little bit earlier. Because quite simply, at the end of the day, you'll get there when you get there, and it won't be a minute before. So would you rather get to your destination in one piece and safe and sound? I would assume that the answer is yes. Just keep this in mind. If something, God forbid, was to happen, your arrival time is going to be delayed that much longer. It could be a very long delay before you get to where you need to be because you were in such a hurry. We need, all of us, to practice more patience when we are traveling in these type of conditions. Get yourself a winter's survival guide to keep in your car. The blankets, the gloves, the hats, the scarves, the scrapers, bottles of water, things that you would need in the event that you were in an accident or that you slid off the road. Just take your time. You will get to where you need to be when you get there. If you're late, you're late. But my God, it's not worth putting everybody in jeopardy. Your family wants to see you safe and sound. My family wants to see me safe and sound. And we can do that if we pay attention. It's not rocket science. As we come into the holiday season, let's make sure that all of us do our own small part to make sure that we can all get to the holidays one piece and safe and sound. Hi there. So this is the portion of the show that people are kind of been waiting for. Earlier this week, I went to our Facebook page for the show and put out a teaser that we were going to be making an announcement with this week's episode. And I was very excited about, making this week's show and putting everything together. Because I do have something of a significant announcement for me personally. I have a tremendous opportunity, and I'm very excited to share this because this is something that I've been thinking about for quite some time, and initially I wondered if it would ever be a possibility, if it would ever become a reality, and it became a goal. It became something of a dream in some aspects. So I'm able to, at this point on this level, I'm able to live out a dream, and a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So when that opportunity presents itself, either a door of opportunity opens or you go knocking on doors looking for opportunity, which happened to be the case with this. I rolled the dice on myself. Just started looking at things and seeing what was available, what wasn't, and I've gotten overall very positive feedback from the show since we launched this channel a few months back, and talking to some of my friends and those who watch the show and those whose opinion I value and I actually listen to, I decided to lay all the cards out and see what would happen. So I am extremely excited, very excited, to be able to let you all know that on Sunday, January the 5th, I will be at the Fisher Hall in downtown Frankenmuth for a live one-man stage show. Essentially, it's Close to the Heart Live, and I will be on stage doing a stage show that I hope will be entertaining and something that will resonate with those who take part of that. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be in a position to where I could actually try, my hand at this. Obviously my inspirations come from, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of my podcast hosts, they do live, stage shows, and they're very entertaining. And I'm hoping that I can incorporate some of that into my show, so that it gives, something for everybody. And things are still very much in the early planning stages. We know, here's what we do know. It's going to be on Sunday afternoon, the 5th of January. It will start at 4 p.m. and admission will be $5 at the door, and a portion of those proceeds will be donated back to the Fisher Hall and the Historical Society in Frankenmuth. So it's kind of, we're showing my appreciation for them, providing this venue for me to try this thing at. And I certainly hope, and this event coming up is different than anything else I've ever done. It is not a wrestling show. It's a totally different approach from writing and producing and performing in a professional wrestling event. This is all on me. If it sinks or swims, it's all on me. But I will say that I have some tremendous help, with this, between the graphics and, what we're going to do at the venue. Todd and James, two good friends of mine, and guys who have supported the show in general, me specifically. And when I reached out to them and I said, this is what I'm kind of thinking about, there was no hesitation to hop on board, and to help out. So you're going to see an event page pop up on Facebook later on today. You're going to, throughout the weeks as we get closer to that, you'll probably see an obnoxious amount of promotions for it, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. And I think we will come up with something that will resonate and will provide a good message for those who attend the show. So that's it. That's the announcement. That I am looking more forward to this thing than anything that I've done in quite some time. And even the initial thought of this, would not have been a reality if it hadn't been for those of you who support the show week in and week out, or you just support me because you know me on a personal level. Whatever the case may be, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you, and I really hope you continue to like what we're doing and support the show. And more importantly, I hope you can make your plans to be in Frankenmuth on January the 5th. So with that being said, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this, and we will see you on the next episode right here on youtube.com.